Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Monday, November 23rd, 2020. I'm Crypto Jack and I'm sitting in again for Justin Wise. But today I am joined by our senior analyst, Alexander Pearson. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm great, thanks.
All right, awesome. As well, welcome to the audience, of course. I'm going to quickly scroll through this live chat and say hello to everybody. But before I do that, I'm just going to quickly run down what we're looking at today, guys. Bitcoin, of course, pulling back a little bit from its breakout. I guess 19K wasn't quite in the cards this weekend, but we're going to have Alex, of course, take you through the charts, and we'll see what Bitcoin may be poised to set up to do next. We're going to, of course, review some of the biggest movers and shakers in, I guess, alt space today. That, of course, one of the main ones probably catching headlines today is going to be Ethereum, which broke $600. Today it's pulled back a little bit below that right now, but things are looking mega bullish for Ethereum all of a sudden. Same deal, I think, with XRP. XRP is up about 50 cents today, so if you needed any reminder that we are in some kind of a very special part of the crypto cycle, you know, this could be it, because prices like 50 plus cent XRP and $600 Ethereum seemingly hasn't been around since like 2018, which seems like a lifetime ago. So at least if you've been in the crypto game, so it's kind of interesting to see what foot we're kind of starting this week and this whole cycle
Some
off on.
people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to XRP. Yeah,
Damn
it's
right.
it's a really special time right now in the market. I know. I knew there would be a bounce soon in XRP when a couple months ago someone told me that XRP was dead forever and there would be no more pumps. I think I talked about it a little bit on the show then. That was I think there was like another 20% drop in the cards for XRP at that point. But here we are. Since then, I mean, XRP put in 100% or weekend. We're well over that point now.
Indeed, certainly one of those weekends in crypto, although I guess we did not get the blow off top some of us were calling for potentially. Maybe a good thing. Did you buy the dip, I suppose, is the question we should all be asking. Because I do think we pulled back to about 17.5 over the weekend. That was a pretty gnarly candle, or pretty gnarly wick, I should say, on Saturday. So, very, very
Yeah.
interesting. This,
If you were in member chat, you were warned about the coming dip on Saturday afternoon before I drove to Florida, which I did from Saturday afternoon to Sunday morning. It was a very, very long drive. But I did take the time out to let the members know that we had a break a trend and we were breaking below the baseline. It's like, hey guys, might want to, if you're in a scalp long, might want to exit because right here we were getting 4 hour signals here. It's hard to tell, but this was crossed up here right at this moment. You can sort of see
I
the
don't
cross.
have your screen
Ah,
on here, but let me jump to
ah,
that if we're gonna talk your chart for sure.
okay, yeah,
Okay, Alex, I've got you
yeah,
on stream, so feel free to point out what you were just talking about.
okay. So we had a nice little break of this trend on Saturday afternoon, right around here, and then that's when we had the drop. Right now, I think uh, I think Bitcoin looks really weak in this spot. We're getting smaller and smaller highs on our oscillator here. I wouldn't really call this a bearish divergence because I mean this is a lower high on both, but as you can see here, the Fisher is just it's not buying it anymore. So on the 12-hour, we're about to cross below the baseline here. Daily, we've got a sell signal. I guess it's really a take profit signal. You wouldn't really call these sell signals per se, but nonetheless, this is an area to take profits. So I would not be long Bitcoin in this spot unless you're, still long Bitcoin. You've got a trailing spot of some sort. Let me pull up a chart that has a little bit more, a little bit more of my drawings on them. Right now, I'm keeping tabs on this trend line right here. So we've got this kind of more parabolic trend line that broke over the weekend. And I'm keeping my eye on this one for it's really, I guess, the larger trend here. So we could easily get a pullback, maybe down to here, and then a continuation. But I'd still like to see us return to this trend line before looking to re-enter along of some sort on Bitcoin, if that makes sense, guys. So currently, this is, so we could easily get a pullback to 17.8 over here, maybe even 17.5, and then further continuation here, breakout upwards. But for right now, this is definitely looking like a very strong pullback here. You can see it on the 3-hour. We've got a nice baseline bounce play to the downside. 4-hour, we didn't quite make it there, but we do have this very clear oscillator divergences here. And then on the daily, we're still well above the baseline. We're not looking to take any swing shorts at this time. That being said, baseline is catching up pretty rapidly. We could be able to get short signals in 2 or even 3 days of sideways trading on Bitcoin. So yeah, that's I'd say that's overall where we're at with Bitcoin right now. If we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, you've seen we've had a stark drop off in the last just over the weekend. So we started the week very strong, and I talked about this on Friday, how that we had made it through trend resistance on the weekly or on the daily, and we should expect to see relatively heavy resistance around 67 or 68. But we didn't even really quite reach there. On the daily, you can see we really topped out right at around 67%. So basically 2/3 market dominance for Bitcoin. And then we've had a very steep pullback over the last couple of days. Looking on the weekly, we got a confirmed sell signal starting yesterday, because this candle is 1 day old right here. So starting yesterday, we've got a confirmed sell signal here at trend resistance, and I think this is a good sign that I don't want to speculate on how long it might be, but at least for the short term future, I think we can expect an alt run and a pullback on Bitcoin in this spot. We're seeing that over the weekend. Wes was talking a little bit about it in chat today. He's like, aren't you being a little patient about alt season? And maybe I don't want to declare a full alt season, because alt season is different from retracing on a downtrend. I mean, most of the alts pump a little bit during the bear market, people called alt seasons, but it was, now that you guys have been through an alt season this past summer, they don't even compare, right? Not at all. So I don't want to call an alt season yet. I mean, maybe we just come down here, we wick down, and we test, and then Bitcoin continues. Or maybe the entire market just crashes, and then all alts dump and Bitcoin dumps, but Bitcoin dumps less. Like I said, there's a lot of possibilities that we can see in the future. But for right now, alts look like the play. And so if you're in Bitcoin, still, if you're in Bitcoin still, you're doing better than I am, who did not enter Bitcoin at this part when he should have. But if you're in Bitcoin still, I would definitely look to be taking profits in this place. We've been trading sideways for roughly 4 days right now, and we're just overextended on every time frame, guys.
Yep.
Alts look good here.
As Mr. Ether in the chat points out, alts are just catching up, and it seems like that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Maybe
alts are paying catch up while Bitcoin trades sideways.
Exactly. And once I think that clear signal reached the market that we're officially hitting that sideways price zone for Bitcoin, seems like 18K is where it's decided to kind of stall. Go figure. A little bit of a stall out to this parabolic run, and alts begin to do their thing. So I guess this was kind of inevitable, but like you, I'm a little hesitant to kind of dive straight into the alts right now. But does seem like an opportunity bound, and like I said earlier, waking up to XRP over 50 cents certainly kind of like, rung the alarm for me. This could be a good alt opportunity coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we might have to, pick our alts carefully for this next cycle. But Guess we're
That's a
gonna
good
have
point.
to
You
wait.
know, let's open up XRP because we were talking about XRP just on Friday. Yeah. So we were, man, this chart looks way different now than it did on Friday. Let me zoom out. So this is Friday, and yeah, this. Wait, this is. No, this was Friday. So we had just broken over resistance, and we were holding there. And I said that XRP was the one to watch over the weekend. And I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but man, it's good to be right sometimes. So I did not manage to call Bitcoin, but I get XRP right. That feels pretty good. There were some people in general chat today asking about XRP. I mean, I don't like buying at the top of big green candles. I would really like to see it pull back to 40-45 cent area. Never find it. It's in like this spot right here. So yeah, this is a good area right here. Support, resistance, support, resistance, right here. So in between 40 and 45 cents, I'd like to see XRP pull back into, and then hopefully we'll get a obviously on the daily, it's already established that this is a support area. So I want to see it pull back into this area and trade here just a little bit. And then that's where I want to pick up XRP because I do believe XRP still has a lot more room to run. It's very here. I've got this drawn out on another chart. I have XRP's trend break. 1 second. Where are you, buddy? Is it my Bybit chart? It's not. Sorry, guys. I have so many charts. I have charts of charts.
It's all
Here
good.
we go.
Charts on charts.
Charts on charts on charts. All right. XRP's descending channel, broken, guys. So essentially, what I'm saying is, I just want XRP to come back, kind of retest down, trade a little sideways. But this is definitely, I would consider this a kind of a return to the local average for XRP Bitcoin. We're back towards the local point of control. We made what's called a spring here. Those of you who are familiar with Wyckofian patterns, you'll notice this is very familiar right here. Here we go. Let me pull up. Wyckofian accumulation. Let me show you guys some examples. This is a good schematic. Gives you an idea of what you're looking for. You're looking for a break of the downtrend stride. Looking for a pump up for a spring. Another good one. There you go. Example of a broken downtrend stride. Same here. So you would draw that here. You see it pumping out of this downward trend in this spot. Kind of a retest of the bottom of the trend, continuation. These are the sort of things that I think we can expect on XRP. They're very classic. I mean, classic as in Wyckoff was writing about this in the 1920s. A very classic chart accumulation patterns that we see reflected right here on XRP. So this is a linear chart right here. Log, it's somewhat less clear, but it's all there. You know, Litecoin had seemed to be the impressive one before XRP took off, didn't it? Remember when it had that 8% day, Jack?
Oh yeah, of course, of course, of
we're
course.
like, ooh, yeah, Litecoin. What's going on here? But yeah, XRP definitely put that to shame. Right now, I do not see Litecoin pumping hugely. We're just, we're sitting at the local point of control. We could either test down, we could test up. I'm not super interested in Litecoin in this spot yet. We're also kind of, ranging a little high here on the Fisher or time transformation, but weekly, I think we're good for continuation right here. Wherever you would want to draw your trends from, like maybe here, yeah, that works. Like, see, we have a trend break, so I think that's
All right.
that'll do. So nice,
Um,
clear trend break on weekly Litecoin, Bitcoin. Good.
I thought you were about to segue into the next coin, at which point I was going to suggest a major for you to look at, which would be EOS, because I'm certainly interested in setting up for EOS. I was thinking about logging EOS over the weekend and kind of regret not doing so. But before we go any further, I did kind of neglect to shout out everybody in the live chat. I haven't really scrolled through that yet, so I'm just going to quickly do that now, if that's good with you,
All
Alex.
right.
All right, I'm just going to scroll to the top here and see who was here first this morning. It would be David Rice saying, good morning all, roll 'em up. Longbeard was in there afterwards. We had ANCAP Futures in here. We got Boris Bitcoin here in the morning saying, sup all, exciting week ahead. We got Adachi in the live chat who said, what the
Hey,
heck?
bud.
We just started and we have 5 dislikes already. Yeah, people... There's probably a few people who were not too happy this morning seeing the thumbnail go up and Bitcoin has either, not broken out the way you wanted or pulled back the way you didn't expect, and now you're coming here and
Don't shoot the messenger, guys.
taking it out on us by hitting the dislike, but that's okay. Everybody else still, for the homies still rallying on our side. The like button is still clickable. If you haven't clicked it yet, click it. Let's bring the likes up to maybe 50 for the show. Mr. Ether was in a live chat. Profit Bear. Let's see here. Mr. Wally, GBU Professor Wally says sup fools. T-Dub, happy Monday. Crypto Caveman, sup everybody, how's the CC team doing today? Richer than yesterday, I assume. Yeah, you could say that. Shout outs to Crypto Caveman, S Hyatt, evening all. Mr. Ether said must have done haters, must be doing something right. Smash the like button, guys. Indeed. T-Dub, hoping J-Dub is feeling better today. Yeah, I think we're gonna hopefully hear back from Justin very soon. So hopefully everything returns to normal, maybe even this week. This is a very tricky time. You get the flashbacks of all the past run-ups and how they crash back down so hard. Will it be the same? Do you take profits on it, or as it holds, or do you not sell any till 2022? Says Crypto Caveman. Indeed, I'm sure there's a lot of people with PTSD, portfolio PTSD from 2017-18, who are probably watching with some trepidation right now as we seemingly don't break out over 20k just yet, seemingly kind of hitting resistance. Now this is where the 2017 trauma comes back to resurface, making you want to panic sell right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Damien Hughes, I'm watching Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dominance like a hawk. Michael R is asking for XLM in the live chat. We'll definitely take your request. That kind of reminds me. Yeah, we will be.
It's a good point. Stellar almost always pumps with Ripple, so it's a good idea to look at it. We'll look at that.
The two are related, and as Mr. Ether refers to XRP, Bank of America, or is that the Bank of America pump? Was there a BOA related pump to XRP? That I might have to look into, unless he's just making a cute joke about calling XRP Bank of America. T-Dub, I'm out. He's going to be back later. S. Hyatt. Damon Hughes, Prophet Bear, I think I said hi. Tyler Dukacek, Ron Legato, and I think that kind of challenged investor. I don't think I mentioned him. He's in here. York's in here. Tobias Merlot says expecting a blow off top on Bitcoin around 20k. And Peckham08 is in here saying someone's gone full bear. Oh, Peckham08 has gone full bear. Interesting. Goblin Moblin, we love. Sorry?
Maybe they're saying that about me.
Babe. Oh, yeah, he's talking about you. Yeah, you've gone a little bearish. Nah, you're not full bear. Come on, guys. Let's.
I guess I'm not any more bear than I was last month. Although maybe I'm a little bit more right than I was last month.
Yeah. Agency is in the live chat. Peckham08 says the Dixie is screaming at you. Yep, we'll take a look at the Dixie. Molia76, hello guys. TA on Poly Bitcoin pair when you have time. Thank you. Yep, we will definitely look at your request. And finally, Robert Mocker is in the live chat and he's asking for DNT. Gonna look into that as well for you once I figure out what that ticker is.
DNT, I think that's deontology.
Deontology. All right, good one, good one. Um, okay, I've basically reviewed everybody's live chat, so we're gonna return to Alex's analysis. So I'm glad I shouted everybody out. Chat looks a little busy this morning, looking good. Thank you to all the regulars that are in here. We're all caught up, and yeah, we will be making notes of these requests and getting to them very shortly. But now, gonna get back to Alex. Alex, what can you tell us about EOS? Should I long this thing? Oh my God, I could already tell. Maybe I'm a little
Well,
overextended.
it's a good question. So we had a beautiful 4-hour signal right here. Nice bottom above zero on time transformation right here, along with a bullish divergence. This kind of feels like this trade is like played out. Let's check other time frames here. Yeah, I don't know that it won't pull back a little bit more in this spot, but I think you're good to retest all the way back up into this area, at least on EOS Bitcoin. Let's see what that would look like on the USD pairings. They should do. So see, we're right up at resistance here for the EOS pair. Support, support, resistance, resistance, resistance here. So I do not like longing this spot necessarily. It would be great if we could get one more test back down here. Although we spent so much time down here, I don't want to fall victim to wishful thinking as far as pullbacks go. See that we got that same signal here on the 4-hour. Whoops. If you guys didn't know that, you can overlay your stuff onto the chart if you grab the line and drag it, which I did not mean to do here, but there we go. Anyway, I would want to buy this as a breakout above 350. Well, I guess 345, but that area. I don't really consider this to be true resistance. This is like a liquidity zone that we tapped above the actual resistance in this spot. If we break this area right here, 350, I would expect continuation on EOS, with 350 being, yeah, it's essentially if we just break this support, then this entire area is ours to capture. Like we can easily continue onwards up through this area. So that's my thought. That's my thought on EOS right here. But I don't like how much it's lagging behind XRP and Litecoin. I think I would much rather find a way to get into XRP and then just EOS can screw off or whatever. ADA lagging a little bit today, but it had a big weekend. Maybe a small pullback in this spot, like right down to here. But I think this low volume node's gonna stay here. We'll just get a continuation on ADA Bitcoin. So yeah, maybe like a pullback down right into this spot. All right, so what's on the agenda for us to look at?
Yeah, I guess we might as well move into requests, get some of these major coins off my list here. Maybe we could do Chainlink next, if you could. I know this Chainlink doesn't look like too exciting of a chart today. It's not one of the main headliners today, but I would like to at least hit some of these notables today.
Well, I don't know. This was the big resistance that I said there was? I said we had to break above this big resistance before we could think about longing Chainlink here. So This bodes really well. I'm surprised to see it above here. I thought this was much stronger resistance. This looks like on the weekly. Let's take a look. Essentially, as long as we can stay above this weekly trend at this point, I would be okay with being long link here. Let's look at the link Bitcoin. Like, does it make sense? Makes sense. We've got a buy signal right here. Seems like the support is held. I would be interested in longing link in this spot. I think this is a solid signal right here.
Very interesting. Do they
Okay,
have
one more.
do they have link on Bybit yet?
No, they've got XTZ.
For some reason, I thought they added link in that recent round of coins. I guess I'll be heading over to FTX.
We can double check. There.
I'll figure out their futures market.
I don't see Bybit on here, buddy.
All right, no worries.
Okay.
Sammy's awesome asking for algo. Yep, we will certainly get to yours. In fact, guys, we are going to probably start ripping through these requests. Now, we don't have too much planned for today's show, so we're just going to get straight into what the people want, and the people want their chart requests.
Let's give the people what they want, and the people want alts.
Yeah, we'll keep it simple, guys. We're not going to go too late with this one today. Jason's not with us today, just Alex and I. So we're going to keep it on point and drive through all these requests here. All right, Alex, should I hand you the next one? Let me see what you're working on.
Yep.
Okay. All right, in that case, I'm just going to start from the bottom here. One came in from T-Dub, Kava, BTC.
Kava. Of course. Kava. Ooh. Solid. We don't have this signal yet, technically. But I mean, it is really coiling up in this spot. I say not yet. Let's wait for an actual buy signal, which this is, we still need 6 more days, and a break of the weekly trend on Kava Bitcoin here. But it does look like it's looking decent. I like that. Now this is interesting. Now on the USDT pair, we do have a break of the weekly downtrend. Okay, go for it.
Next one?
We may not be there yet on the Bitcoin pairing, but this is a solid one to at least retest up into $2.50, which is which is a nice 28% move upwards. So maybe retest here, maybe a little bit more, maybe we just continue. I would be hesitant to suggest that one, but I think there's a good trade on the table here. So take it right in this area right here. Resistance support on the daily. Quick and easy trade. Just 20% between friends, you know? All right. What's next?
We have Michael in the live chat asking for XLM.
That's right. XLM.
Yeah.
Let's hop on that.
Let's get into Stellar since we have been buzzing about XRP today.
Woo.
Stellar might be due for its own come up.
And talk about riding a trend line, huh? Let's look at the weekly trend on this. beautiful signal last week. I think Stellar is good to enter in this spot. We may trade sideways and down just a little bit. Like maybe we'll retest this bottom right here. But I think you're good to take it probably back up to another 20, 25%, either up to the point of control or maybe to retest this area of resistance right here. Resistance, 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 support right here. So this is a decent spot. So maybe 800 sats area on XLM. See what that looks like on the USDT pairing. Right at resistance right now. You know what? This chart right here reminds me so much of Friday's XRP chart, doesn't it? All right, so this is Stellar today. Let's look at XRP on Friday. See, November 19th. Okay, that's Thursday. So we gotta go forward one more day. Where you at? Okay, so this was Friday. Actually, let me split my screen on this. It's just my screen is so tiny. Doing the split screen is like impossible to see anything. We'll make do, guys. We'll make do.
Yeah, we got to get you a full-size PC, don't we? No more laptop business.
I guess not if I'm going to be hosting all the time.
Yeah, although you're on the road right now, so maybe a desktop would not be convenient.
Oh, wait, this is on the 4-hour. Okay, that explains some of the difference. Well, I suppose this trend line is actually more like this, but yeah, I think these are similar enough to be like, yeah. Anyway, I think Stellar is good for continuation in this spot. I think the charts are strikingly similar, and XLM tends to follow XRP. For those of you who are not in the know, Stellar was created by one of the co-founders of Ripple, except it's like an open source, not as commercial alternative to Ripple. I think they're pretty different products. You can do a little research on Stellar. They've got interesting ecosystem. It's also a platform token. You can build stuff on Stellar. Look, guys, I'm not a fundamental guy. I'm a technicals guy, but it's interesting stuff. It's not a scam coin, so that's good.
Yep, DYOR in these scenarios, boys.
No.
Okay, I've got a huge list here of requests. They did come pouring in through the chat. I did all the scrolling, guys. I should not have missed a single one, so we're gonna try to get through these relatively quickly. All right, Alex, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, let me close my dual charts here.
Yep.
Okay, next.
All right, Damien Hughes asked for Tezos. Let's take a look at XTZ.
Bitcoin pairing, nice reversal off the bottom right here. We have a break of I don't think I like this spot on XTZ Bitcoin. Let's look at the USD pair. By the way, guys, if you haven't noticed, I always look for breaks in trend like that. You can usually get some sort of pump off of a break of trend. Like it may not be immediately go up, but I mean, it means something when the trend changes. Uh, I I guess the weekly is interesting in this spot. There's so much in this area right here. Nice daily signal right here with this bottom above zero. Let's look at the 3-day. I think because the rest of the alts are pumping, I think you could probably safely take this up to $3 from where it is right now. We've had several weeks of downside, having a little bit of upside, especially when we've got this wick of support right here. Yeah, I'd be willing to take this to $3, but then I want to be out because of all this resistance in this spot right here. If we break above it, we can always re-enter. That's how I feel about it. What's next?
There you have it, guys. Well, thank you to Dub for, was that T-Dub? I think that was T-Dub. No, that was Damon Hughes asking for Tezos. Moving on to the next one, and guys, we have a huge list of them already, and I see more piling in. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to them all, boys. So let's start tapering off with the requests because I already got a big one to go through. But moving along, T-Dub was asking for CRO. Could we look at crypto.com token, please?
Yeah, that was looking pumpy when we looked at it on Friday.
Well, for all that bleeding we've seen for the last couple of weeks, yeah, please.
Ooh,
Some
big day.
mercy.
Yeah, big day over the weekend. Hold on, this is still a 3-day chart. Yeah. So we were looking at it. Yeah, this was Friday right here. Beautiful over the weekend. Bit of a pullback, and then looks ripe for continuation in this spot. I would imagine. I would probably want to take this all the way to the 9 or 10 cent area. And then we'll have heavy resistance in this spot. I'd love to see it wander upwards right here. Yeah, people have been very bearish on it, rightfully so. It's a little oversold. Nice 3-day signal. Do we got a weekly signal at all? Not yet. We'll be getting a weekly signal at the end of this week. But like I said, I think you'll be able to take the 3-day signal along with it, move upwards some more. But this whole area, kind of an area of liquidity here for Crow. So I would imagine there's probably going to be more distribution, and then move upwards, some sideways, and then Crypto.com will dump on their customers again, like they always do. So that's sort of how I foresee it happening. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good to take along here.
Okay.
What's next?
All right, moving along. We've had both Sammy's Awesome and this gentleman's Skokie catalog. Oh wait, no, Skokie Cat, just Skokie Cat, asking for Algo. Both of these guys want Algo, so let's take a look at Algo today.
Ooh, pretty. This looks like a beautiful accumulation area right here. Nice little spring. Bet we've got a break of trend right here. Oh yeah. Me likey. Me likey. So I do like this break of trend right here on both daily and weekly trend resistance. We might get a little bit more sideways right here, but I do like this to recover back up to even just the local point of control is all the way. It's like a 30-40% move. Let's take a look at the USDT. Break of trend, visible as such. See, this is support and resistance. So resistance, resistance, support, 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 support. I like this right here. It feels like this feels like we've broken back above support / resistance in this spot. Algo looks pretty good for continuation, guys. I like it here. I would probably take it back up to, oops. I'll take it to 50 cents. So currently 33 cents. Yeah. Take it up to 45, 50 cents or so. And then that's where I would be looking to take profits and then just kind of sit on my hands and wait to see what happens here. 4-hour signal coming through right here is very nice. Retest of resistance, turn support, continuation. We might trade more sideways in this area. This was a very big consolidation area on algo, but overall, I think it's good for continuation. What's next?
All right, what's next? I'll tell you what's next. Honestly, looking at every one of these alts, I get a certain kind of warm, fuzzy feeling from these. Alex, if I can direct your attention over to the stream. Check out this picture. This picture.
What am I looking at?
You'll have to wait till the stream updates a little bit. I just pushed this picture through.
Okay.
Stand by another minute. You'll see it come up. But I feel like this is us right now. Which one is one's Buzz? Which one's the other guy? Buzz, and what's the other guy's name?
That is right. Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate.
What's the cowboy's name? Buzz and I can't remember Tim Allen's.
Man, even BSV pumping today. What's happening?
Yeah, I saw BSV was making moves today.
No way. Is it time to buy BSV? Get out of here. Let's try linear. Is this a linear trend? That trend's gonna break.
Oh yeah.
What do you know, guys? It must be alt season because even BSV does not look too shabby right now. It didn't even pump this summer.
I know,
but
right?
Remember, neither did XRP, Litecoin, or BCH. So, something to consider here.
But I mean, this feels very, very special, guys. This is.
Now, for those of you who don't know, there's basically nowhere you can spot long BSV, and I'm not sure that you would actually want to hold the coins, but there is a BSV perpetual contract over on FTX. Let me ask my assistant, Alex, to put the link here. Okay, thank you, Alex. Yes, I have the link for you right here. So the FTX link, I will just pop right into here. Boom. Oh, I can't drop links into chat. Fantastic. FTX.cracking.cryptocurrency.com. Tell your friends. That's our referral link. Oh, and BSV Perpetual. It just looks really good in this spot. So as you can see, we've got support holds, break above this resistance area. Very nice here on the weekly. Daily holding above this. This is actually reminding me a bit of XRP's bottom here. Or no, more like EOS perp. Let's look at that. Yeah. So that's the chart that this is reminding me of at this point in time. Just basically all sideways all year long since March. And then now we're finally starting to get a pump off the bottom. Very interesting looking. So that was BSV perp that we were looking at. BNB perp at support, or at resistance rather. I don't know how I really feel about that. Let's look like on the weekly. Ooh, I mean, we do have a weekly bottom above zero right here. That's not nothing. I actually think it would be better to get a pullback in this spot, back down into this area before we get a breakout on BNB. I'm not buying it. Although the weekly is very interesting looking. We do have a break of trend on the daily. So there's a possibility BNB can recover in this spot. BNB is very trendy asset. Oh. What's next on our list?
All right, moving along, and we have we got a Malia76 in the live chat asking for Poly BTC. That's POLY Bitcoin pairing.
All right, Malia Obama, you got it.
Let's do it.
I don't really see anything on the Bitcoin pairing yet to recommend it to us. This was a wonderful trend break right here and falling wedge right here, but we don't have a good oh man, we don't even have a USDT pairing. I see why the USD chart is appealing, but if you think about it, this is just a USD chart that has not been able to keep up with Bitcoin, and there's some big wicks up into resistance right here. I don't see much follow through. We're not above it yet. I don't see anything yet on either the Bitcoin pairing or the USDT pairing to recommend this to us as a trade. There's just better things on the table right now.
All right, Malia, hope that answered the question, but we got to move into the next one. Robert Mocker was asking for DNT, which is clarified by Mr. Ether. This is District 0x.
Ah, okay,
That's
so it's
the
not
one.
the ontology.
Yeah.
I don't know. This got sold into so hard.
Yeah, that wicked like crazy.
Maybe if we can get a little follow through. I mean, this is a support area. This is a lot of consolidation in this spot. I'm not ready to re-enter this yet. We don't have a break of trend. We've already pumped super hard right here. Maybe we'll get there in a couple days, but right now I don't think DNT is what we want. Let's check out the USDC pairing.
Yeah, take a quick look at the USDT.
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you were in early on this one. Nice. What's next?
All right, moving along. And next is Peckham08 asking for the Dixie. I know this is
Dixie.
a
Okay,
little
yeah.
a little bit adjacent to crypto, but let's take a look.
Guys, we finally have a reaction off the bottom on the Dixie today, and it was looking rough this morning. So we entered the day. We entered the day here, essentially, where it looked like it was going to bounce off the bottom, and then the morning opened, and I think people panicked just a little bit on the dollar. And then boom, recovery. You can see this on USD CHF. Darn Kraken pairings. See this on the USD CHF, which had returned to the local point of control, and then this morning started breaking down below the point of control, which I promise you I've got a big position on. I had my eyes open on it. So boom, this morning right here looks rough. Boom, recovery on the Dixie. And it's written all over the USD CHF. I was in a New Zealand dollar USD long, which I exited today because of the Dixie reversing in this spot. As you guys know, I had longed this breakout right here. There's resistance right here, and I hung on through it. But with the Dixie reversing like that today, I was like, well, I will take my win and just wait to see what happens, because this is beautiful right here. So at the end of today, we're going to be getting a reversal signal on time transformation. It's still not a confirmed uptrend, but it's no longer looking as rough as it was even just this morning. So we're starting to get a nice little curl up here on the Dixie, and at the end of today, we've got to break a trend. So that is something to celebrate. So downtrend stride broken on the Dixie. For those of you who are relatively new to trading the markets, the dollar is Bitcoin USD is a market in which Bitcoin is traded against the US dollar. I know that may seem obvious when you say it like that, but think about what this means. When the dollar is trading upwards, that is downwards pressure on the Bitcoin USD price. I mean, the USD becomes worth more, therefore the Bitcoin's value in USD becomes a smaller amount. So this is a headwind against Bitcoin starting today. And as this reversal continues, we'll continue to see a strong headwind against Bitcoin. So this is this isn't like a nail in the coffin for Bitcoin or anything. After all, Bitcoin pumped pretty strongly. I think we traded sideways on these days right here. But I mean, we've been pumping all the way since beginning of November on Bitcoin, and you can see what the Dixie falling has done for Bitcoin. It's been a very positive. It has had a very positive effect on the market.
All right,
So something to look out for, guys.
as Peckham
Yeah.
as Peckham08 says, he describes this as the snapback Monday for Dixie. So, all right. I hope Peckham appreciated the look at the Dixie. Gonna quickly move along to the next one. We still have a big list of requests to work through. So thank you to everybody who brought them through. We already looked at Algo for these two guys. Boris Bitcoin asked for XTZ. We already looked at XTZ, Mr. Boris Bitcoin. So that one is in the bag, and mark that one off my list. Mr. Ether asked for the Uni USDT, the Uniswap pairing with the USDT, please.
Yeah. It's lagging. It's not doing as well as the major alts. Lots of wicks up into resistance right here. I see a lot of weakness here. We had a break of this uptrend that I was telling you guys about. We kind of retested it on the daily and broke back down. We'll look at this on lower time frames. This is the trend. broken. I see more downside here for Uni USDT. It's also just not keeping up with the majors right now. Even if we were like, okay, it looks good along here, it wouldn't be as good along as some of the other coins that we're looking at right here. So I fully expect more pullback. I still want to see a return to the $3 area before even considering picking Uni back up for a spot swing trade or anything like that. What's next?
All right, thank you for the Uniswap for Mr. Ether request. Moving along, I did see a Mr. Azriel over here admonishing us for not looking at Ethereum deeply enough yet. I do think Alex did touch on Ethereum earlier in the beginning of the stream.
I didn't touch on Ethereum at all yet.
Oh, okay. You know, maybe we'll save that and we'll get through a few more requests, and then we will dedicate a few more extra minutes, more of a showcase on Ethereum a little later. All right, let everybody kind of marinate and wait for the juicy Ethereum analysis to come next, unless you're already on it and you want to dive into it now. Not yet.
I'm not already on
Okay,
it, so.
good. In that case, moving on to the next one. I'm gonna save Ethereum, guys. I'm gonna make you wait. Okay. And I saw, I think, like I said, Azriel talking trash in the. Of course, I'm just playing a little bit here, but I saw somebody talking trash about why are you guys looking at shitcoins and not at Ethereum. Azriel, just for that comment, I'm going to make you wait a few more minutes before we get to your Ethereum request. Don't worry, we weren't going to forget about it. With that said, T-Dub is asking for ADA Bitcoin pairing, please. So let's look at Cardano Bitcoin.
What is it? ADA. Oh,
yeah,
ADA.
Okay. Cardano Bitcoin coming from T-Dub.
We have a break of the daily trend, but I don't know. If for some reason it doesn't feel as strong here as some of our other majors. Let's see. Is this just very strong resistance? Maybe. I mean, this is support here, support. Now we're facing the spot as resistance.
Yeah, I think ADA performed exceptionally well during like the 2019, 2020 kind of hibernation market, you know, so seems like ADA had its day, and now all that price action looks back at us as resistance.
Maybe. You know,
Damian Hughes points out that the ADA USD pair looks much more bullish.
Okay, that's fair. Let's take a look at that. Okay. So this is similar to the XLM and the it's similar to the XLM and the XRP charts, except actually XLM and XRP had languished a little bit. They were a little lower. They were down here in this area. Solid broken trend here. I say if we can close the day and stay above, I'd like to see us stay above 14. If we can do that, if we can stay above 14 cents, that'll be a good sign. But we still, I mean, we did not close last week above the trend high. So technically we don't have a breakout signal yet. But it looks strong for those reasons, that it looks similar to other entries and trades that we've seen the market playing out right now. It's not bad. But I think some of the other majors still look a little better. I guess we'll see. Maybe ADA will play catch up.
Okay, all right, moving along. Next one, D-Dub, thank you for the ADA request. Moving along, agency requested the REP USD daily, please. The rep USDT pairing on the daily. which is of course auger.
Yeah. It could be time to pick it up. And so for those of you who've never seen me talk about the speed, the Fibonacci fan, usually when we get a break of the 7.5 trend, it goes all the way down to meet the one, in which we have done here. I would like to get an actual weekly signal on Rep Bitcoin, which we do not. We do not have a weekly signal. The daily is okay, but it hasn't reversed enough to really be giving us any kind of strong signals right here, and the USDT pairing, it's just not appealing looking. Let's see if we can. Maybe we'll get a better. I guess this is better looking. Hmm. On lower time frames, it doesn't look too bad in this spot, but
Giving Rep a lot of thought, are we?
uh, I don't know how I feel about it. We run out of sellers right here. We see buyers step in. This looks strong on lower time frames. We got a nice retest of the local point of control. Okay. I do like Rep here to around $22. I'd be willing to take Rep up to this area. That's a solid trade here. Probably be getting a continuation signal at the end of today. Yeah, but I think there may be better trades on the table, but if you like Rep here, I'll agree with you. I think this is a solid trade. Right up to around $22, $21. It's towards this point of control right here. Okay. What else on our agenda?
All right, moving along. Agency, I hope you appreciated that one. And Roman Toronto says, points us to the excellent breakout on Vet Btc. Could we look at Vet VETBC? Which is, of course, VeChain.
Yep. All right. Let's just zoom in a little bit on this. We do have a breakout. We just got a nice weekly signal yesterday. Say we've got some follow through. I see some resistance at 91 sats, but ultimately, I think it'd be good to take this back up to at least back up to 100 sats, maybe 115 sats. What are we at right now? Yeah, this is solid. I'd at least take it back up into this area right up here. We have a break out of this nice long-term pattern we've been in since July. So I think we'll definitely see some follow through right here. Maybe this volume node right here. Generally, for a wedge, we see a retest of the center of the pattern, just right around this area. So that's where I think we can take it to.
All right, there you have it. And as Damien Hughes points out in the live chat, VeChain was the toast of the town this past summer. Okay. Well, Roman Toronto, hopefully that covers your VeChain request. And next
We
one,
did put in a really awesome VeChain thread. Remember we caught that one around 50 sats or so? We just held it. That was great.
Yes, that was well played. Moving along to the next request. This one comes from Damian Hughes. He's asking for YFI. Please tell us about YFI.
Well, we got that pullback, but we got the pullback sooner than I was expecting. Looks like I imagine we'll probably continue to pull back here until we retest this area right here. So, if you're not already short, I probably wouldn't hop in one here. We're like halfway through the trade right now. But yeah, it's definitely not ready to long. I'd try and grab like a baseline bounce long while we're in this area right here. I think that'll probably procure. Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Wi-Fi is not there today. What's next?
Okay, well, Wi-Fi not there today. You heard it here. Moving along. Hopefully that answers Damien Hughes' question on Wi-Fi. Asriel commented earlier, did you guys seriously go through Litecoin, XRP, and EOS and not look at Ethereum yet? Yep, we did kind of touch on that, but we will be definitely getting into Ethereum for the extended analysis shortly. Next request is going to be Agency, and he's saying, let's check out XOR Ethereum. We might have to go to ChartX for this one, don't we?
We definitely do. But you are in luck because I was looking at XOR earlier today. So let me load up ChartX, guys. ChartX looks a little different from the last time you guys probably saw it. ChartX has added watch listing features, which is really, really, really so much nicer than having to remember all the Uniswap tokens that I look at off the top of my head. All right. So this area is resistance right here. It's making a solid attempt, but we're right at resistance. I would not buy this spot. It'd be much better to buy at $150 or $160 when you know we've broken out, rather than take the risk that we haven't actually broken out. This is a fake out. We retest resistance, and then we break down to like $8 or so. This is a log chart, so linearly speaking. Yeah. So linearly speaking, something like retested this would probably make more sense. But if you ask me, like this was a chart pattern here. It was that played out. We had inverse head and shoulders. Right around here is the completion of that. We're retesting resistance. I wouldn't buy this spot, guys.
What's the breadth of that move from top to bottom in terms of percent? Like how much did it pull back from its peaks there? Just curious, percentage-wise.
Right here. Probably like a good 70-80%. Let's take a look.
Gotcha, because it almost looked like it suffered less than the other DeFi plays this season. And maybe
you know what they say, guys. When a coin goes parabolic, it pulls back roughly 80% or so. When Bitcoin went parabolic, we pulled back 86% or so. So, this is a legit pullback on a parabolic move. So we can see continuation here without the need for further pullbacks because we got a very clean one. Nice break a trend here too.
Yeah, those buys at 80% discounts usually work out pretty well. I think Hex is one of those coins that might be presenting a similar value proposition.
Hex? Oh no, I still wouldn't touch that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would either. But after a big 80% pullback, and we can debate and argue the merits of Hex a little later. But I think that covers Zora for now. Thank you, agency, for submitting your request, but now we are moving to the next one. All right, Damien Hughes put another one, but Damien, I see I did a lot of your requests today, so I'm going to skip Damien for a second and move on to someone who hasn't had their request covered yet, and that's Profit Bear. Profit Bear says is asking for CRO and whether or not he should go all in on CRO, but we touched on CRO, so I think I'm not going to go into that My
I
mistake,
don't think you
guys.
should go all in on anything.
Yeah, definitely don't go all in on anything. And CRO's reversal looked okay, but guys, certainly not all in.
Yep, I think CRO looks like it has a solid reversal, but no, I don't think you should go all in it.
There you go. Moving along here. Okay, so I will get into Damien Hughes' request after all then, and that's going to be TRB. Can we look at
Tribute.
yeah,
Or no, this is Teller. Yeah, Teller Tribute.
take a look here. Yeah, that's Teller.
Mm, let's see. Reminds me a lot of the Link chart, the Link Bitcoin chart. Actually, the Link USD chart, except I think Link made it a little higher. I think Link is up here. Let's open Link USD. Let's see if this is as similar as I think it is. Yes. Okay. I hope you guys see what I'm seeing here. So Teller Tribute is also an Oracle chain coin. So oracles they give price data and other real world data to blockchains because blockchains are digital entities and they do not have access to data in the real world that is not fed to it. I bet if we looked at Band, it would also look similar in this spot. Although I know Band was also affected by its relationship to Sushi Swap. Similar, although is lagging behind both Teller and it's lagging behind both Teller and Link in this spot. But get my way. Is this really a trend break? It really depends on how you want to draw that one. Okay, this makes more sense on the weekly. Yes. All right, so I think Teller looks good in this spot because the Oracle coins in general are looking good in this spot, and the alts are looking good in this spot. I don't know that there's necessarily anything special about TRB right here. I mean, Band is also lagging in the same way. It also looks like it's gonna have recovery. I'd be willing to take Band up to $10 or $12 right here. So solid trade right there on the table for Band. Teller 2 right here. I think you could easily take this from $30 back up to 45 right here. This consolidation area. Price I think is very attractive to this spot. See, it's kind of this whole area right here is resistance. Resistance again. So I like to see a retest of that spot. That's $45. Yeah. You can take this to $45. So that's a good 50% trade on the table. I know it looks like not a big trade, but remember this is a logarithmic one, so talking about taking that.
All right. Damien Hughes, don't say I never did nothing for you. Always get him to the front of the line when it comes to these requests, don't I? Next, Crypto Caveman. He threw in a 3-pack of requests. Guys, you guys are really taking advantage of Alex's generosity today, aren't we? But
I'll feed my baby birds. Don't you worry.
brilliant. That's what I like to hear. Okay, guys, don't forget about Alex at Christmas time when he tells you about today's ZIL USD request.
ZIL.
Yep.
All right, first let's look at the Bitcoin. Interesting. Trading at lows right here. Sellers looking kind of exhausted. Nice volume divergence right here because you can see more selling volume on this candle than on any of these candles. We didn't budge. We put in a green day today. What's this look like? See low volume node beneath us that we can't quite pierce. This is daily support resistance. Resistance, support, resistance, support, support, support. Possible triple bottom pattern. Break of trend. No weekly signal yet on time transformation. Let's look at the USDT pairing. Oh my god. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, basically, I think you should like rush into this most likely. Um, this is looking really solid, especially when you compare it to the Bitcoin chart, which looks the ZIL Bitcoin pairing looks bottomed, but ZIL USDT has remained stable throughout alt season and through the Bitcoin season. It just kind of held steady. I really do like this for continuation right here. Let's look at this on the daily right here. Do we have any breaks of trend? That's that. I don't know that that's really helping us right now. Try drawing from wicks. Not very helpful. Bodies here. No, I do not see an easy downward trend because we just basically traded sideways here. I really like this recovery here over zero, recovery over zero on time transformations. The central oscillator setting 0. I think you can easily take this up to at least 25 cents, even if we don't make it any higher, because resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Might as well retest that area in this spot. But because of the way alts are looking and because of the way ZIL Bitcoin is looking kind of bottomed in this spot, it's a very interesting looking trade.
All right.
It's got potential.
There you go. Got potential. Viable longs everywhere, guys. I would be amiss if I didn't point out the fact that Damian Hughes just came through with a $5 super chat, and he writes, "This is a bribe." And you know what? I almost forgot, but T-Dub also sent a $5 super chat earlier. So where is it? Here we go. My apologies to T-Dub. I did not shout you out when the $5 super chat came in.
Well, thank you very
Where
much.
was it? Did it just
Both
disappear?
answers.
I could swear T-Dubs. No, there's T-Dubs. $5 super chat from T-Dubs saying thank you guys with 3 thumbs up. T-Dub, it's my pleasure, and I'm sure it is Alex's. And another $5 super chat came in from Damien Hughes a few minutes later saying this is the bribe. Yep. That's $10 worth of super chats from our loyal audience today. Alex, this probably belongs to you. I'm gonna have to make this $10 over to you by way of Chipotle gift card or something.
Damien, I told you last week about DFT. Did you get into DFT at all? I told you down here.
Oh, DFT doing things, eh? Ooh.
Yeah, I had a big one. My understanding is that another trading group that does swing trades, it's funny. The person who runs the group said that they're releasing any stake, which is a contract that allows staking of any ERC20 token. He was like, yeah, so accumulate slowly in this area. So as you can see, his group just like bought it up in a single day. Poor guy. So probably it will. I imagine it'll probably pull back a little bit more because this is just like a bunch of big buys as a group right here. But as far as super shit coins with low market caps that are DeFi and may pump. I was also looking at this one earlier today. This is Falcon Swap. What does it do? At the time, I had no idea at all. But it's an aggregator of automated market makers and stuff like that. They've got an exchange that's up as public testing right now. Falcon Swap that exchange. I was looking at Lattice Exchange. Had a break of the downtrend here. Retest on lower time frames. All I really know about this one is that there are some really good market makers that they've hired on. 10 cents was the private sale, so we're hovering right around private sale price. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like to be dumped on, basically anybody who's going to dump this has already dumped this at this point. It's under private sale price. XFT, this is one I was in for quite a while. Both Jack and I were in XFT. Had a nice pump off the bottom, doing an interesting inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, but I don't want to buy into it until we break above the neckline right here. But it's looking kind of good, especially because, the rest of the market's looking good right now.
Well, there you have it, guys. Alex tipping you off to some hot shitcoin, low cap, real Hail Mary type coins here, but still
don't go all in on any of these guys. But if you take a small position and you take a 1% of your portion and it 3x's, well, you made 3% on your account. Congratulations. Something to think about.
Yeah, precisely. That's the allure of some of these steamers from the sewers of the shitcoin domain, known as Uniswap tokens and ChartX beauties. Next, David Wind, or David W, I guess. Sorry, I got this all messed up. Asking for Thorchain Rune. Let's look at that Thorchain.
Yikes. Let's see if it's a different rune. Definitely looks like the same one.
Wow. Rune, eh? Well, it's only been up for a week, so not sure.
Well, no. I think it's only been up on
Uniswap for a week. Gotcha. I thought I've heard this before, but that chart on ChartX looks pretty.
Nope. I see a broken uptrend stride, and I see the downtrend stride is still holding strong. So for now, I think this is if you're long, I'd get out, and I don't think there's any place you can short it. Never mind, there's perpetual futures here on Binance, so there might be a weekly short trade in the offing. Take it back down to maybe retest the 61 cent area. Come back down here. And we did pump. We did kind of 2x here, so 30-40% pullback would be fair. What's next?
Okay, well, I hope that answered the Thorchain question. I forgot who that was from. This list is getting super. I was from David Rice, potentially. I'm not sure. His name's cut off here. Agency asks for, or he asks a general question. Agency says, do you know where you can leverage ZIL or Matic? Which markets can we leverage ZIL or Matic on?
Oh, yeah, ZIL you can leverage on Binance. They've got isolated margin, and you may be able to do Matic too.
Binance might have a Matic.
Yep, they launched it in October. So yep, they've got perpetual contacts on both Matic and ZIL, dude. So you're good. Binance.craftingcryptocurrency.com is our referral link that I cannot drop in there right now. So
type that in, but pretty straightforward. Binance.krakencryptocurrency.com. And moving on to Jordan Stotts.
Over in Twitch, I see Don Nino asked if I could look at YFII. So let's pull that up too.
Yep, do that one. For some
I don't
reason, I
want
guess
Twitch to
the
feel.
stream chat bot is not working today, and it's not forwarding the questions. I'm glad somebody noticed. Thank you, Alex, for catching Del Nino's request.
This looks pretty rough to me. Let's see if we've got is Wi-Fi on. Yeah, so they did Binance too. On the one hand, this trend is broken. It's come on.
Yeah, what's going on over there? Having a
Sorry,
major.
these are the controls. You have to have a certain amount of chart in your wallet to be able to access all these professional things.
Ah, very interesting.
And this just feels like we're at resistance right now. I wouldn't buy YFII here. I actually like this to short back down to support in this spot. So essentially, that's actually like almost 50 or 40% drop. That's huge. But I think this is fair. We've pumped pretty strong off the bottom here, and I bet if we measured this, we've got a trend break here. Not quite yet, or maybe today we've got the trend break. Yeah.
What was up with that wick there? Like, was that like a data error? Like, for God's sake, what
I don't
happened?
think this is data era.
What
I
happened
think
3 days ago? Jesus.
let's look on the lower time frames, but I think most likely, yeah. See, this was two different. Someone sold a bunch and they bought it up a bunch.
Yeah.
So it's not quite a Darth Maul because it happened the same day, but at different times of the day. So clearly it was someone doing fucky stuff with the markets. So could be an exit pump. We're here at resistance. There's no reason to long here. All the more reason with all the fucky stuff going on with price to be out. What's next?
Okay, moving along. I think we're kind of hitting the end of this list I've collected here, yet the requests keep trickling in, so hopefully we can still get the last few done. But, okay, was that YFII we just did, or YFL? We just did YFII. Okay.
YFII.
Yeah, alright, so Nice Hash Login asks for YFL. He says it's on the moon mission.
All right, let's take a look. It's looking kind of moony on lower time frames. Excellent rounding here. Man, you couldn't tell us yesterday or earlier in the week? Come on, man.
I know, where were you yesterday, bro? Should have tipped us off to this. What a move. What a mover.
I like this for continuation. I like how strongly support held here. This final wick into support for takeoff. It's YFL in any other markets besides Uniswap. Yeah, here we go. I don't like the reduced volume here. I'm not crazy about it. I think YFL has potential here if you wait for a pullback. At this point, I think I'd like to see $650, $600 retested. We're hanging around $1,000 right now. We are over this, but I still think I'd like to see this area retested before I long here. Mm, this does look pretty juicy.
It does indeed, but maybe time to move into the next one. Let's see here. We've been going for an hour and a half, Alex, just to give you a heads up so you keep track of your time.
Okay.
You've been, I know when you're like running a marathon like this, sometimes you don't even, you might not keep track how much we've been at this. So just a little reminder, hour and a half. If you need a little break or something, if I gotta rest my workhorse, let me know. Unless you want to
I'm
keep
okay.
charging through these. Got a
Yeah.
few more left. All right, Jordan Stotts asked in the live chat, "Where is CRV headed, friends?" Question mark. CRV Curve Finance, baby. So I can't help but notice how many of these charts look the same, guys.
Yeah. I think right now curve is headed back down. I think I'd like to. I think I'd like to see it retest this area right here. Consolidating here, a little bit here. Trend break here. Yeah. Let me make sure this is on my watch list too. Just pop that in. There we go. Let's check Binance. No Binance still in there. At this point, I expect a pullback. I'd like to see curve come back down. Maybe 50, 55, 60 cents. But yeah, this for now, I think I'd rather be. I mean, it's on Binance, but you could probably short it. I'd rather short it down to here than be long it. Actually, I don't want to be short any alts right now, but you guys know what I mean. Next.
All right, moving along. This is now we're now heading kind of toward the last few here. I'm gonna quickly take note of the fact I see people talking about Ren in the live chat. What is Ren? Never heard of Ren, says T-Dub. Damien Hughes says Ren is number 6 on crypto fees and ranked 52 overall. And it says JP with lots of juicy source code with Ren. So Ren is supposedly, according to a few comments here, a legit project, maybe worthy your look. So if you're
No,
just
they're a legit project. I mean, they custodially hold Bitcoin. So you can get Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain with wrapped Bitcoin, but you can also use Ren Bitcoin.
right, right. Yeah, JP says Ren looks like the real thing. So out of if anybody's looking for a diamond in the rough, you know, a needle in this haystack of shitcoins, maybe Ren is that gem that you've been looking for. If you've been waiting this whole time during this whole stream, wondering, guys, give me a juicy tip of some coin I never heard of. Well, welcome to Ren. Do your DYOR, guys. But Ren sounds legit based on the buzz I'm seeing in live comments. So there you go, Mr. JP. I hope we've pumped everybody's Ren bags today. Moving along to the last few requests. I see S. Hyatt ask for RSR, please.
Reserve rights.
Good old reserve rights. That thing really took off. Hey, that was one coin you guys spilled the beans on in SF Blockchain Week that ended up really taking off.
Mm. Yeah, it's trading resistance right now. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't want to enter in this spot. I probably would expect to pull back towards 16 cents. Maybe rebuy there. Yeah, still just kind of trading at resistance right here. You know, we wicked up yesterday and today we're trading down.
Well, there you
No
have it.
broken trend yet.
Not a lot to say there. And okay, before we get to the main event, that is the Ethereum mega analysis. This is the bonanza y'all have been waiting for, but I gotta tease you just a little bit more till we get into it because I've got another request or two I want to get into. One comment here from JP says CRV thumbs down, source code is blah. So JP is our in-house live chat source code auditor, and I'm playing a little bit, but no, JP looks like he's well informed. He's given the thumbs up to Ren today in the live chat, but thumbs down to Curve. So JP may be one of our in-house oracles here, so we might have to tap him again for his analysis. But thank you, JP, for your contribution to live chat today. Moving on to the last few requests here. All right, stun gun. This is your one request for today, so I'm gonna have to give you a shot. I know we covered like some people, we probably covered like four of Damien Hughes's and four of T-Dub's requests. So it's only fair that we give Stun Gun his shot at it, and he's asking for Cello and Sea Gold before we move to Ethereum.
Weekly is not super exciting. Um, Same situation with RSR. Trading at resistance, more downside. I wouldn't enter here. Maybe if you can score some around 160 or 150, but I don't like the spot right here. And then what was the other one you wanted?
CGLD? Sea Gold? What's
I'm on
CGLD?
CGLD. What's the other one you
Oh,
wanted?
Cello, sorry, CELO.
Doesn't look super interesting to me. I mean, we do have a nice trend break. That's something, but similar to the other ones, it's kind of trading at resistance right now. I'd rather be out of it. What's next?
All right, we're passing on Cello, and we're hitting our last few tokens. I keep squeezing them in, but we have to do what we have to do, guys. We have a loyal audience here that we have to satisfy. At least got to try on a Monday, and that next one's going to be Theta USD. I think this one comes from Crypto Caveman. Let's look at Theta.
Well, I'm not interested in this spot. I'm just not. I mean, it's cool that it's held sideways through this, but I still think Theta has got to drop a whole bunch from this spot. We don't have a confirmed weekly signal here yet. If you look at this on linear, this looks more like wicks up into resistance. Yeah.
Nothing to write home about yet, maybe.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get a pullback here at some point soon. I'm not interested in Theta.
All right. Well, we got one last coin before we move into Ethereum, and it's going to be Trust Swap, ticker Swap. Take a look at Swap. And this one is being, let me see, I think they said to swap USD in particular. It's trying to turn up.
Yeah. Oops. Dang it.
Hmm.
I like this. I really like this for continuation. We just got the trend break retest here. Yeah, I think you could take this long. I think you could probably take this long up to maybe $1. Is that a 2x? I think that's a 2x. These things are so volatile. It's got good liquidity, good volume on it. I like this for a continuation for a trust swap. We got a nice fall off on sell volume too over this entire time span. I think it's a good long. I might grab some later.
Well, there you have it. Okay. I do think that's gonna have to be it, guys. I see a few more trickled in here, but unfortunately, I don't know if we can dive into any more. And the few that did come in are from Damien Hughes. And Damien, you know I have covered. I've got your back, homie. I've got a lot of your requests, but I think we do got to get into that Ethereum before we run out of time. We've been running the stream for about an hour 45. So figure there's another 10-15 minutes left to look at Ethereum, and we can probably head toward the close and touch on maybe a story or two. But really, let's just talk Ethereum, because big breakout to the $600 mark, which is, I don't know, I think the first time since 2018 since we've seen kind of price levels for Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 hype is officially building. I saw T-Dub mention in the chat earlier that only 134,000 Ethereum left to launch the 2.0 contract, which is critical. If you guys remember, we talked about this a few weeks ago. There's, I think, a minimum of 500,000 Ethereum has got to be committed to the 2.0 contract for 2.0 to kind of take off. And it looks like we're on pace to do that. And the interest does seem to be turning up, which is good. I'm sure nobody wants to deposit to a contract that doesn't end up launching. So things are looking good for Ethereum 2.0 come December. Alex is going to take you all through the Ethereum analysis now. Take it away, I guess. Good to go
Thanks.
here. No.
So yeah, we had a nice reversal on Bitcoin earlier last week. I talked a little bit about that both on the show and in premium chat. This is reflected in Ethereum taking off after we held above the swing high for several days right here. Hold, break up. Overall, I expect the first area of resistance to be 600. I'd like to see a pullback and then final continuation up to 800 area, where I don't expect Ethereum to break up into this area. We'll probably here pull back a little, continuation to this spot. That's what I'd like to see on Ethereum. For as far as the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, we've already moved quite a bit right here. I'd like to see a pullback to retest this this resistance area right here. And I think ultimately, yeah. So if you're still in along, I would not abandon it yet. But I would also, I mean, yeah, don't forget to take profits on the way up, guys. This is a good spot, and then you can always re-enter a little bit lower here. There's not much else to say on Ethereum, guys. Ethereum,
Well,
it's going and it's still going.
don't feel pressured, Alex, to go any further, because that's really all that needs to be said. And really, there's a couple of news items we might want to strike on next. Did you hear about this BOA thing that Mr. Ether is pointing to in the live chat as well? I'm going to bring it up on the screen right now, everybody. No. Let's take a look. Switch scenes real quick. Let's go to my browser scene. Bank of America. Exec lifts lid on Ripple partnership. This one's coming from Yahoo Finance, but it was breaking all over the crypto sphere today, and it's likely why Ripple's seeing the exciting price action that it is right now. Fix a little element on screen here, guys, and what this article reads. BOA's head of global banking has heaped praise on the crypto project known as Ripple and its ability to integrate with traditional banking services. And speaking on the podcast, Julie Harris discussed an emerging payment options for businesses and how it can improve efficiency. I think they need an editor here. It's not about our platform and our capabilities. It's about you as a client and the infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate, whether it's a platform's capabilities, blah, 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 whether it's Ripple or Swift, she said. So that's pretty cool. Ripple and Swift being mentioned in the same sentence by a major banking exec could be a future payment rail coming near you. I guess this is like the every Ripple bag holder's wet dream, right? Where somehow Ripple is one of the world's leading, liquidity rails or transfer systems. So kind of big news. What do you think, Alex? Pretty big? Big if true?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to I don't know. It's just kind of hard to take Ripple seriously.
Yep. Then again, it's hard to take some of these mainstream banking institutions seriously, right?
So, is Bank of America actually using their services, or are they highlighting their services?
Excellent point. Well, let's just read on a little bit. Speculation surrounding Ripple's ambiguous partnership with Bank of America has been mounting over the past 4 years, with Ripple revealing in October that they've been working with the bank since 2016. Thus far, no details of the partnership have been announced by either Ripple or BOA, but we can assume it's based around cross-border payments.
This news is worthless. I don't know. Maybe Bank of America wants to pump their Ripple bags or something, but like this is a non-news item. It's like a Bank of America exec said, "Hey, this is cool," which is I guess cool, but there's actually no news here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to acknowledge that as well. This really is kind of just what we've more or less known since 2016, but I mean, maybe it's indicative of, the kind of cycle we're in, where we are, I guess, in terms of sentiment. And so when like this type of, I don't know, hopium or bait, I don't know how to call it right now, but just hype comes along. How are we not in another euphoric 2016 bull market, guys, or 17?
JP's got a good point.
What stories like this?
Marketers for XRP are professional marketers. Yeah, guys, this is basically a press release, is what this is. There is zero newsworthy items here in in this story, but they got the Bank of America executive to put Ripple in his mouth.
Yep, on a podcast.
The name Ripple in his mouth, and maybe it did.
That works, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I knew so many of my friends, and some of like the normies, I guess, that everybody got into crypto back in 16 and 17, seemingly. And I know so many people passed on Bitcoin, passed on other projects, but something about the XRP narrative was tantalizing, and this is pretty much exactly that. So I know you and I, Alex, might look at this a little skeptically, but you gotta remember the average maybe retail American buyer or crypto investor might look at this quite favorably, even if it is just kind of a recycled story, nothing too exciting. I wonder how much how much of her portfolio Julie Harris has dedicated to Ripple, for instance. I wonder how much of a dividend does she get paid out from Ripple for all this testing and shilling on the podcast. But like I said, maybe the main takeaway here is XRP certainly has the potential to pump come some euphoric bull season, guys. So maybe don't sleep on it. We love to take jabs at it, but at the end of the day, it's still a viable, very popular, big. I mean, it is number 3 on the coin market cap. So we'd like to take shots at it, but it goes to show you stories like this, especially once everybody's going to get crypto fever again, come the next market highs and stuff. XRP, you might look for it to be one of the more popular, I guess, mainstays and pumpers. So What are your thoughts? I guess goes be my question to the live chat. How do you boys feel about XRP? You know, thumbs up in the chat for XRP or down, I guess, if you're not feeling the XRP. As JP says here, marketers for XRP are professional marketers. Indeed, they're the most professional of shillers in the mainstream industry of shilling investment vehicles and products and other potential ways to fleece Main Street. T-Dub says he started buying XRP at 0.0005 cents, sold many times along the way, got burned in 18 though. Damn. Yeah, so you know how it is. It can be a love affair. Sometimes she gives, sometimes she taketh away. I guess the trick here is, especially here at Cracking Crypto, we're trying to kind of be right more than we're wrong on these types of things, right, T-Dub? Hopefully you played that shrewdly. Let me see here. I see CRO for the win in the chat and all of that. But yes, hopefully between the Ren and the XRP highlighting today, we've pumped some people's depressed alt bags. What do you think, Alex?
Yes, XRP's pump is solely my responsibility, folks. I want you to know that.
If only this 50 pump to 50 cents, like this article here points out, for instance. Make sure it's centered on screen. XRP goes ballistic, reaching highest level since November 18. If only, Alex, this was when you try to sweep up those bottoms. Remember those XRP?
Shut up.
All right,
Shut up.
moving along. Some things are just better left in the past and in the bear market. You know, some of the memories of the bear market still come back to haunt us to this day, don't they? But with that said, where's this Ethereum story I was going to highlight? Oh yeah, it was right over here. Let me move this link over here. And of course, Ethereum clears $600. Let me just make sure this is centered. Now it is. Ethereum clears $600, making a retest of all-time highs imminent, says News BTC. Man, a new all-time high of Ethereum. That would be very, very exciting. But I mean, it's due it. Like we said, I think last week, Ethereum 2.0 around the corner. That might be like, Ethereum's price renaissance. This might bring back to the 2016 excitement and get people buzzing all over again as the next once in a lifetime opportunity. But yes, Ethereum exploded with the same momentum Bitcoin did earlier this month in November, taking the altcoin recovery to over $600. The level is the last major resistance zone before an all-time high retest is due. Here's the level to watch, says News BTC. So let's see, the level they say to watch. So just highlighting the fact that this weekend, unless you're sleeping under a rock or prepping your Thanksgiving dinner for next weekend, Ethereum did go break above 600, and I'm going to quickly take a look at my chart here. Where are we now? We're at 598 on Ethereum. I'm going to go down a lower time frame here. Ooh, maybe winding up to crest over 600 again. So congratulations to all the Ethereum holders in the chat, and I hope you guys got your Ethereum bags packed, and I wonder how many of us are going to be boarding the 2.0 train. What do you guys think? Well, I guess Alex.
I have a question. What's on screen right now?
Let me take a look here. What do I have on screen? Oh, it'll probably be... No, it's my screen. It's my browser, my screen.
This is like what? A TA News article from News Bitcoin? I mean, come on. It's not a news article either.
Indeed, not much of a story there, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that we crested over Z600 over the weekend, catching anybody up to that. Of course, the other major news is 2.0 is around the corner, so I hope everybody is braced for the 2.0 launch. Alex, you got your Ethereum bags packed. Are you gonna go 2.0?
I don't know. Maybe I'll go 2.0 after everybody else goes 2.0. I don't. All I know is that there's a chance of catastrophic failure where your Ethereum is lost, and I don't have $10,000 that I'm willing to part with that easily.
Yep, well said. But for the, I guess for the people who do have extra large bags packed, maybe worth at least say taking half of, well, maybe not. Just let's say you have, let's for instance, 64 Ethereum. You take half of it, you put half of it into contract, keep the other in regular Ethereum. I guess the lucrative aspect is those big early rewards for the early stakers, right? So if we do get such a small amount of people committed to the 2.0 launch, there's going to be an outsized number of rewards waiting for them. So there is that temptation. I know I'm certainly facing it, but I guess you still have a week or more to decide before committing to the contract, right? But I do think we
Yeah.
launch early December, so we're going to be keeping everybody up to date on that. Beyond that, I don't have too much more to add. I think we ran through all the requests. We've been going about 2 hours. Alex has put in another amazing day of TA and answering everybody's requests. So much thanks to Alex. Like I said, we do have to get him that Chipotle gift card uh, of super chats to him. What do you think, Alex? You like Chipotle?
Um, Chipotle's okay. I prefer like let's send me off to Red Lobster. Let's do that.
Right, Red Lobster. It
Yeah, yeah. Red
is
Lobster's for fancy people. So
the fisherman's feast, is it?
yeah, I want to be fancy. About that Cheddar Bay biscuits, guys.
Right. Okay. All right. Much love to our audience as usual. Thank you to everybody who came out to today's Breaking Bitcoin Market update. This about kind of covers it for today. I'm just trying to see if I've missed anything. I'm going to quickly scroll up in the chat and give my goodbyes to everybody. Maybe check on those thumbs and up or down. I see a few thumbs down for XRP right now. T-Dub says he's going to be here with CC this bull run though. Yeah, for sure. Everybody here right now, our loyal audience, I do hope, I mean, there's a regular crew that comes out every day for the live streams. I am confident that they're here. They've been here during, the worst of times and the best of times. And I hope to have like a beautiful 2017 party when we do crest over all-time highs with everybody here. And then when, maybe in 5 years from now, when we crest over $1 million Bitcoin or something, we'll have the same guys in the live chat celebrating with us, like Peckham, T-Dub, Hyatt, Damian Hughes, Mr. Ether, of course, GB
Except we'll be
Wally.
celebrating them together in our submarine that we own.
Yeah, guys, I mean, if Bitcoin goes just like insane, if we hit like, $100 million Bitcoin, this we're gonna start building our own projects. I think our
Forward
own.
time frames, XRP is going forward again, guys. Or excuse me, Ethereum's going forward again. This looks potentially pretty strong continuation signal on the hourly here.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep, this is not yet confirmed. This is not a full cross up. We'll get at the end of this hourly, which may close above this high right here. We'll see.
All right. Well, we will definitely keep our eyes on that. Of course, everybody, all the premium members, keep your eyes to the Discord and to the analysis coming later tonight. But I think that concludes today's show. Alex did give me some inspiration. I might need to plan my crypto escape via U-boat come the next catastrophe. Just got to decide which ocean I want to slip into. I think submarines make good escape vehicles for sure.
Yeah.
Also good for smuggling.
It's also good as an evil lair, if that's your thing.
Right. It's cramped. Doesn't have a lot of headroom, but
yeah, you can't have a lot of henchmen if you go with a submersible evil lair, but
totally,
you're safe.
Totally, and you might want to pay for a good captain, right? And but might present your best chance at escaping the deep state with your huge bags of crypto come that moment. So spend your bags wisely, guys. I know I'm looking forward to deploying mine for like a secret moon base or something, but that might take like $10 million Bitcoin or something. So But with that said, guys, it's been so much fun. Thank you to everybody who joined us today. You know what we're doing. We're going to be back here tomorrow and catching up with you then. Cheers again. Thank you to Alex, our lead analyst, who looked over this. Well, senior analyst, lead analyst. Jesus, I gotta get this show back on track, don't we? All right, guys. I'm pressing the exit button now. No more delays. Thank you again. Cheers, everyone.
Bye.